Going on, Cowboys Nation? We got some shit to talk about. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Chill Will back with another one. Yesterday was one of them days, man. I don't even remember the score. I think it was 44-19, something like that. Complete blowout, complete domination. Yeah, man. Saints came in, took over. Like defense couldn't stop them. Offense in the first half was okay, but and we'll get to the offense in a minute, but it was okay. I mean, I think the offense was just trying to fight the best way they could. I'm not even gonna put this game on them. I got a few points that I kind of want to go over. I ain't gonna try to hold y'all here long because y'all busy, I'm busy. We got a lot of things to do. But just kind of wanted to, give a recap of what I felt like went wrong or what I felt like we could have done better. Just thoughts overall about the team and where we're at right now. It's only week 2, it's only week 2. So you don't want to get, you don't want to blow this out of proportion. You don't want to, week 1 to week 2. Those were 2 totally different, that's the highest you can be, and now we're probably the lowest you can be in the first 2 weeks of the season. So begs the question, who are we and what are we? Like, is this just a repeat of last year and the past 30 years, or is this just a mulligan of things that's happened? And is it better that it happened in week 2 instead of last year? We had our worst game in the wild card round. So yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. Defensively, I'll be the first to say it. Kind of think I personally kind of owe Dan Quinn an apology for some things, because that was a totally different scheme, more players, new players, and it looked exactly like the Green Bay game last year. You had receivers running deep crossers, wide open. The D-line, the front seven couldn't stop. Like, they wasn't even touching Kamara and Williams, and sometimes even Taysom Hill, till they were 4 or 5 yards down the line of scrimmage. Like, it was terrible. Like, I don't know, defensively, man. I don't know. So I get on these videos and I try to be respectful, because these are grown men. They have families. They've put in the work, a lot more work than obviously people who've played. Obviously, me, I stopped playing football after high school. So yeah, so obviously they've done the work to get to where they're at in their professional careers. But man, just watching the game compared to watching some other games yesterday, and like, okay, if you watch that Houston team and more particularly that Houston defense, bro, it's just like I don't, and what I'm saying is, I don't know if our defense, and again, like I'm saying, I'm not trying to disrespect any men on that team, because those are men at the end of the day, and I'm always gonna try to give our respect to a fellow man. But I can't help what I see. Like, I haven't watched the film. I ain't got the all 22 yet. I think I'll get it on Tuesday or something like that. But I haven't watched the film yet. But just watching it, just naked eye, just watching football, like watching our team, they lack physicality and they lack smarts and instinct. And I know that's weird, but it's true. Like, just go back and watch, like, on basic concepts. Like, they have no idea, where the ball is going sometimes, and it's jarring because it's, I don't think, like, we're not as physically gifted as other defenses. I think our linebacker, I think Kendrick is slow. I think Kendrick is smart. I think Kendrick is one of our few players who actually knows where the ball is going. I just think physically he can't get there. Luafau is fast. Overshown is fast. Damone is fast, but I just think where they're at in their particular careers right now, I don't think they have the instinct to just know where the ball is going, or the defense, or Zimmer just has them overthinking, because it's just on a basic toss, a pin toss. It's like, that's not hard to read. You don't have to worry about, I mean, yeah, you want to pursue in your angle, but you don't have to worry about over pursuing because it's like it. You don't have to worry about over pursuing because that's where the ball is going. You pursue, like, don't worry about. I think this defense is just thinking a little too much. Yeah, like on a basic toss, like to the weak side, to the short side of the field. Kamara was getting 5, 6, 7 yards on just a basic pull pin toss. And it's like, yeah, like I like the defensive end automatically gets taken out of the play like that. But where's the corner help? Like, where is the out? Where's the weak side linebacker on that play? Like, it's like the ball is going to the weak side on the short side of the field on the left, on your left. Like, go get the ball. Like, what are you waiting for? And like the one touchdown that Kamara had where he looked like he was down and he just bust out of it. It's like a 5, 6 yard run. And you watch Malik Hooker on that play. It's like, bro, like you come down to fit, like, bro, fit. It's like, what are we doing? It's like it's like I say, and like I said, I don't want to do that because I don't know, man. This whole situation is just I think our defense is soft. Like, I'm watching the Houston game, I'm watching other games, I'm watching even San Francisco in the loss. Like, their defense is still like physical. They have an edge to them. They know where the ball they know, and even if they don't know where the ball is going, they react like crazy. Like, our defense is just slow. They're either slow and don't have the physicality, or have the speed but can't recognize where the ball is going. And either one of those two scenarios is bad. So I don't know, man. Like, offensively, and I'll get to the offense. Like, offensively, it's CD Lamb or bust. Yeah, I knew we were gonna, lose a little bit with Jake Ferguson, and Schoon played pretty good. I'm not. I think we can build on a lot with Schoon, but we need another weapon on offense. Like, we were going into the season thinking that Cooks and Lamb were two viable options at receiver plus Ferguson, but Cooks to me is a shell of himself. He's not what he used to be. I think he can be. I just think I don't think we're using him properly. That's just my personal opinion. I think we got to get Turpin more involved. I think Deuce Vaughn needs to be in the game plan. Like, he needs to be a focal point. Like, look, between Rico, Cook, and Zeke, man, y'all figure that out. I don't care which one of those three are active. I don't care how you want to play that, but all I know, Deuce Vaughn needs to be like, he needs to have 10 to 15 touches a game. I think that kid is the only one in the running back room right now who can give you an option outside of CD. Because right now, let's just be honest, it's CD or bust. Like, that's it. That's the only thing we have on offense. And we know, as being Cowboy fans, like, they're not going to go trade for a number 2 or number 3 receiver. They're just not going to do it. So, with that being said, I think we need to see Flournoy. I think Flournoy, look, who was the receiver? I think it was Jalen Green, Jalen Brooks, I think is his name. Bruh, you missed the crackdown block on the toss reverse to Cooks, which would have been a walk-in touchdown. And then, man, it's like you don't have enough, game stamina or enough game strength on a simple slant route to stay up and at least contest the ball, which is a great pass from Dak, and that you ended up falling down, and that's least they get an interception, it leads to another touchdown. So it's like, bro, like, man, it's just and things like that happen, especially to young players. Things like that happen. But if I'm Mike McCarthy, I can't have somebody who's a bigger body, who's in the preseason made more plays than you, and who, from what I've seen, is a more reliable option on the bench. And I think he was inactive yesterday. I don't think he's been active the first 2 games of the season. So I expect, Flournoy to be, brought up, activated next week. And I think I'm saying his name right. I think Jalen Green, y'all know who I'm talking about. I think he needs to be on the bench, man, because like if you're gonna be that third, fourth receiver, when you do get when Dak do come to you, you got to make that play, man. You got to make that play, and especially if we in the red zone, which is very hard for us to score in the red zone, and McCarthy comes up with a play call that's wide open, and the key to the play is your block, and you miss it, bro, you got to sit down next week, bro. Like, this the NFL, man. We don't have time for, he'll get better next time. No, he'll get his chance. Give him his chance after Flournoy comes in and show you that he can't do it, and just go back and forth with it. But it's time for Ryan to get his chance. So I'm expecting that next week. Yeah, man. I don't know where this team is at. I really don't. I don't know where this team is at. I don't know where we're going. I'm halfway with saying this was just 1 week. I'm halfway with saying, something is there. Like, I know what I'm seeing. Like I said, I haven't watched the all 22, but this defense is not physical. This defense doesn't know where the ball is going. This defense doesn't have instincts. Like, it's and I get the whole Shanahan, motion, the zone blocking scheme, outside zone blocking scheme, pinch pull, on the top. I get that whole scheme. But y'all heard Brock Purdy after the game. Brock Purdy came and told Flores in Minnesota, man, good game plan. So what the hell was Flores doing to be able to stop one of the most prolific offenses in the league? So it can be stopped. So, maybe I'll go back and watch that San Francisco Minnesota game and just see what they did, because this is ridiculous, man. Like, the Saints haven't punted all year, and that's more credit to them and the offense that they've instilled. So, and that's big props to them. And, I'm a Louisiana guy, man, from Shreveport. So, that whole, I don't see the Saints as a rival. Like, y'all, if you know me, I only have 5 rivals. We got the 3 teams in the East, San Francisco and Green Bay. Those are my rivals to me. They try to make the Saints be, a rival up here. I don't see them as a rival, but it is what it is. But they played a good, magnificent game yesterday, man. You got to give them credit. Right now, you got to put them top, top 5, at least top 5 in the league right now. I know they haven't done it over the longest period of time, and who knows what our defenses end up going to be anyway. Maybe they just played 2 bad defenses to start the year. So I don't know. But kudos to them. They did their thing. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think it's time to answer a lot of questions. I think it's time to answer a lot of questions in Dallas. I think Mike is at a critical point in this last year. Well, the last year of his deal. Like, I need to see movement. Like, we can't go into the next game. I look at it like this. If we had to line up today, Monday Night Football, and play the Saints again tonight, what would we do differently? Like, could we possibly do to stop that team from them lining up and just doing the same thing that they did to us yesterday? How will we stop that? I don't feel like we can. And if the answer is that we can't, we need to figure out what can we do when we see them again to be able to stop that. Because San Francisco is going to do the same thing. Detroit is going to do the same thing. Houston is going to do the same thing. Some of these lesser teams are going to do the same thing. You've put it out on film, or you've put too much on film saying this is who you are as a defense. And you haven't fixed it. Mozzie isn't the fix. Phillips isn't the fix. Linval Joseph isn't the fix. Like, those guys will be in block 5-6 yards down the line of scrimmage. And one thing for me, and I'm gonna let y'all go after this. One thing for me, I think the number one thing that we need to do on defense is put Micah Parsons off ball at linebacker. And I get it. I get it. A lot of people saying, man, like, he's our best he's our best edge rusher. Look, one thing about football and one thing about defense, you have to earn the right to stop. You have to earn the right to rush the pass. We haven't earned that. We didn't earn that last week. So at least I know one thing with Micah, and I put Overshown in this too. And damn, hit Lua foul. I think that those three guys, if Phillips and Linval Joseph and Mozzie are not gonna eat double teams, they're not gonna plug the A and the B gaps, they're gonna get pushed off the ball. At least give me some athletic young linebackers to be able to engage, disengage. Hell, Micah's quick enough to juke and get around. People trying to, centers and guards trying to get up to him at the second level. Micah's quick enough to make some some plays. At least to where you're not getting gashed, 5, 10, 15 yards a rip. I think so. I think at this point, give me Nealon, who's a pretty good edge defender. And I got to watch the film because I think he'd play pretty good. We know DeMarcus Lawrence is probably the best run defender, the best edge run defender in the league. Chauncey Golston, Oso Diggies. Look, put those guys on the field, bro. Put them dudes on the field. Put them on the field. And put Micah off ball. Kendricks, look, I understand this is Zimmer's system. I understand this is his system. I understand he trusts, Kendricks to get everybody where they need to be. But, bro, I don't think Kendrick physically has it if you don't have if you don't have a good 1 and a 3 tech. If you don't have a good 1 and a 3 tech, I just think I don't think Kendrick can do it. And I think you have to think long and hard about what this team is and where we're headed. And where we're headed right now is an offense who only has we're an offense who can't run the ball consistently. We're an offense who has one playmaker. So basically we're a one-trick pony on offense. So if you double and take him out of the game, we really have nothing else. We have a quarterback who has progressed, and I get the money that he's making. So a lot of people say he should be making a lot of these kids better, which is the most asinine thing in the world. I think that he can only do so much. He don't have a run game to run any play action off of, or at least any play action that the defense is going to respect. So we have no run game. We have a one-trick big play guy with CD. We have a one-trick big play. Our only game breaker is CD. I don't know, man. I don't know what we do. It's not looking good. I'll be honest, because you can't run the ball, which means you can't play action, which means you can okay, at least if you had a little bit of a run game, you can play action to CD. We can probably get cooks on some deep routes, but everybody just sitting on everything because they don't respect. They don't. You double CD. You put your second best receiver, which Cooks is not even beating the second and the third receivers. Tolbert is Tolbert. I don't know. We went into the season thinking that he was gonna make a jump. I mean, that is what it is. The kid I talked about earlier, he's young, so you gotta expect hiccups with him. And man, it's a lot. So it's a lot, man. So I don't know, man. I feel like I'm rambling. I just wanted to get my thoughts out, man. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about Michael playing more off-ball linebacker, Flournoy getting called up, being active next week. More Deuce Vaughn, more things with Turpin, more creative things with Turpin. Like, not that some of that shit that they was pulling yesterday. Now what are y'all overall thinks about the defense, man? Do y'all think that they're not as smart? Do you think they're overthinking? Do you think they lack physicality? Do you think, it's a combination of all of those things? Let me know in the comments, man. And thank y'all for listening, man. Hold your heads up, man. We gonna see what they do. It's just week 2. I know it looks bad. I know it's a lot of things that's pointing, south, and it's a lot of things that we have to fix. And I do understand that as well. But you know, let's just see. Let's just see, man. So it's football season, man. We just gotta. You don't want to overreact too much, but like I said, we can't be blind to what we saw. So this is two different regimes, two different defensive regimes. In the past two home games, you've looked like an FBS team playing Alabama, going to collect the check at home. That's kind of alarming. But yeah, man. I'll be here. I'll be here with you guys next week. I'll be with you guys in the comments throughout the week discussing what we kind of talked about. And until next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.